Chinese Cultural Shop by ENG TIANG HUAT has been promoting and providing traditional Chinese products since the 1930s in Singapore. What started out at Merchant Road, then moved on to River Valley and finally ending up at Geylang, which the store remains till this day. Let's take a virtual tour with Uncle Jeff. This treasure trove of a shop is like Aladdin's Cave of Wonders. It's practically a living and breathing museum where boxes piled high in every nook and cranny could reveal more interesting items from his past.
My dad used to, all these items from different parts of China. We have a code number. We have all the pricing, the cost, and everything. But then as time goes by, some of this no more. Then we didn't update. We didn't update our logbook, so this is what happened. And most of these things are in my head, But where is it stored? I may not know because being alone, no more other helper. So a lot of things are missing here and there. That's why sometimes I feel so bad when customers come to my place and say, "Hey, I want this, I want that." So I say, "Okay, you have to wait. I have to search." Give me a couple of days. That's a problem.
And then you start looking everywhere for where all these things are.
That's right. And there are funny stories, like sometimes I deal with the religious group, the temple people. And not only local, but sometimes people from Malaysia, Indonesia, and even Thailand. So there was incidents like I was this customer from Indonesia. They came to me and they say, hey, they are looking for a certain item, but I was attending to another group of customer. So I say, sorry, I don't have that at this moment. Sorry, I don't have it. And then sad to say, I feel very paiseh to ignore him also. But he went back, and then he came back again. He came back after some time. He told me, hey, can you help me to search, because my God say you have. Your God, because he consulted his temple medium, and what he told me was
so scary. You actually have to stop.
Yes, the temple medium tell you, you go back. Yes,
so you have to produce that item.
Yes. He said ask him to search properly. He have, he has that thing there. And I searched, and it was hiding. Yes, I found it. So sometimes this kind of things I just say, here we say, hey, don't play a fool with the God, Yeah. So it was quite fun. It was quite funny, but
it's actually quite interesting, when you it's not, it's something like you cannot not believe, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
The best way to say it.
Correct. Yes. Yes. And then I have other kinds of today in terms of like the temple and all that. In the past, the medium, their attire was probably bare body, and then they just wear pants, like a pajamas pants, whether it's red or yellow or green. But then and then things get more elaborate. So they want to dress like the actual thing. So
now they do.
Yes. So they get hold of a Chinese opera costume. It's really tough, and you got to wear a few layer. So there was time when customer, they came to my place, and then they say, hey, do you have this long pao? Then I said, oh yeah. I say, is it for the theater? They say no, the medium wants it. So obviously a good hand solo
would be worth thousands, isn't it?
Cost a lot of money. Right? And this that time
I think I lost you. Sorry, Uncle Jeff. My screen has just frozen on. Hello?
800.
Sorry, I think I lost you. Hello? Oops.
So yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me? But you've just frozen on my screen. I can't see you at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, now it's okay.
Okay. I try to move. I can move. Can see it.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're saying the long
Yeah.
pao?
So this customer came. Then they looked at the long pao. They liked it. And then suddenly, this person, he was like in a trance, and then he
What?
started to talk to me. He says that, hey, Tauke, this long pao is very nice. I like it so much. But your price, can you lower the price? And I told him, I said, oh, thank God. I say, welcome to my shop. I respect and I talk to him nicely. I say, as you know, God, as you know, we are human being. I'm making a living here, and actually, if you know, my price is a very good price. In fact, I'm selling higher. But if you know that I've sell you at a much lower price, you should know, right? And I throw back the question at him, and he say, I say no, but do you like? He say yes, I like it very much. I say okay. In this case, we'll leave it to your disciple to decide. Then he said okay. When he said okay, he woke up. This person woke up and he asked his friend next to him, hey, master came, master came. And what did he say? Then he said, oh, he loves the costume a lot, but he wants the tauke to give him a discount. So I told him, I told him back. I say, hey, look, yeah, I respected your God. I spoke to him. He said he liked it so much. I told him, say my price is fixed, no more discount.
Yeah.
So he say, I told him, say you are to decide. So now you decide.
Oh
So
God.
yeah. So things like that happen, and then he was puzzled. He was like, I think he was stuck somewhere. But I still do respect. There are spirits, there are gods and few spirits. I said that mine is okay. I put aside. You can think about it. So he said, okay. Yeah. And he left the shop.
Yeah.
The moment he stepped out of my shop,
Yeah.
and he frozen at my just outside. He frozen,
Yep.
and he was like nodding the head, shaking the head, and then he walked back. He said, "Okay, I'll take it." And I said, "Oh, that's a fast decision." And he told me, say, yeah, he said, "Okay, bye." I say, so he was saying that his master
Yeah.
told him,
He's
say,
Susan.
"Okay, bye."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Susan. But sometimes out of like due respect lah.
Yeah.
For instance, they buy for me, and then because it's for the god, for the medium,
Yeah.
I would give them back a token, an ang pao. I say this is for oil money lah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes in business is one thing, but in due respect of the spirits of the god, in return, they support me lah. I have to support them also.
And so you return the 香油钱 in the ang pao.
Yeah. So I just say this is for you all to tiam you lah.
Yeah.
So both of us are happy lor. That kind of things. Yeah.
How interesting.
So there are many. Yes, there are many funny story. I even have one. In the past, after ordering some things from me, and then before he take and go, and he was in the trance, and then he sat down. He asked me to kneel down in front of him and serve him a cup of tea. So yeah, okay, I just for me it's always due respect. Whether it's a spirit or it's a god, you came to my place, and then when I serve the tea, I would say thank you for visiting my place. I hope you can bless me with prosperity and everything good. Then he say, I will. That kind of it's always a two-way thing, right?
Yeah, it's a two-way street. Yeah. That's really interesting. I bet you meet, all sorts of people and all sorts of gods, all sorts of, different types of scenarios and situations that pose themselves at your shop.
Yes. That's why there are so many stories, Yes, I've met all kinds of people, Yes. Yeah. Customers, every time I will try not to say no to my customers, whatever kind of request they wanted, because at the end of the day, just like my grandfather and father, they say you make a happy customer, it becomes a friend. And then when you become a friend, the feeling is different. You know,
Yeah.
you become a friend, not just a customer. Okay, bye, go, bye, bye. You know, that kind of
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
So that's why until today, I have some of my grandfather's customers, friends
Yeah.
who are now in their 80s and 90s. You know, they were young that time, but now they're old. They still visit my place, and then there are only a handful of them. Yeah. And then they will relate to me. Hey, you know, last time, a lot of last time story. That's why sometimes, you don't get to hear story of what the complete story of what my grandfather or my father told me. So from their friends,
Yeah.
sometimes they'll tell you, say, hey, no, last time your father said this, your grandfather did that, this and that.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
you say, oh, is it? I
So
didn't
you
know
piece
about
them
it.
all together,
Yeah.
the information that
Yes,
you receive.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's the interesting part. So why a lot of people say, hey, why are you know so much about all this? I say, well, when I'm the youngest in the family, so it's like my grandfather's pet. So everywhere he go, every time he will talk to me. He
Yeah.
will tell me all the stories in China, in who and who, uncle this, that old uncle here, that no, this and that. So I listen, and I ever heard my grandfather friend say, hey, you go and tell this young fella all the thing. He understand or not? You don't know what you're talking about. You know, but my grandfather say, yes, every day I'm talking to him everything. If I repeat the thing, every day I repeat, one day he will exhaust all
Understand?
his story. Yes. So obviously, yeah, you know, that's why I still remember what is happening, you know.
Yeah. God,
Yeah.
your mind, your memory,
It's this,
would have, it's like a tape recorder. If you
yes.
unwind, you have so many. You know what? You should be writing a book. Have
Yeah,
you
a
thought
lot
of
of
writing a
people
book
ask me to.
or a memoir
No,
or something?
but because my Ang Mo Buay you know, and
You,
then my Chinese 华语我的华语一点点
oh yeah,
my
mine's
English
worse.
pieces and pieces, you know. So sometimes people come here, they write about me, they documents, they do documentary and all that.
Yeah.
But sometimes my friends lah, or those people who know me say, hey Jack, this fella write wrongly leh, was not like that. I say it's okay. The description is more or less there. But
Yeah.
because the way this person
Interprets.
interpret in
Yeah.
his own style.
Yeah.
So it's okay, never mind. So now what do you want to know? So indirectly,
Yeah.
people will call me and ask me, hey, what he wrote, what he said, is it correct or not? I said, okay, that part is correct. The other part is not so correct. Then I relate the story again. So you get this thing going on, you see.
Yeah. Oh, but I honestly think you should be writing a book still. Just so many. You've got so many stories to
There's a
tell.
few people ask me.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to. And then about 6-7 years ago, the National Library Board, they borrowed some of the old documents, some of the furnitures and artifacts,
Yep.
for an exhibition known as Roots. You know, so I say, okay, you can take this, but I didn't know why. I didn't ask so much, you know, about what is it about, or why, you know, why me and all that.
Yep.
Then when I was there at the opening,
Yeah.
there are 4 or 5 different family. So I'm the Chinese family. There's a Malay. There's an Indian. There's an Eurasian. Yes.
Yep.
And then I look at the other 3 families. Oh my gosh. One of them is Alka family, which, you know,
Oh yes.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I know.
And then and then the Eurasian one is also somebody, a Jewish family, which is dealing in diamonds and all that. But then I say, hey, look, me, Jeffrey, Eng Tiang Huat Kacang Putih, you know, it's just ordinary little thing. You know, it's Kacang Putih.
Yes, I know. I like the Peace Center Kacang Putih. Still have, I think.
Yeah. So they are saying no, because you have a complete story of how your grandfather make his journey here, and then you are today the person who can relate, and you still have all this. Yes, it blends in, and I say, okay, yeah, that kind of things which I'm so honored lah, to have. Yeah.
And you're very passionate
Actually,
with about what you do as well, and but your mind would is all the memories that's stored inside, like
yes.
it has to go somewhere. You better start writing a book. I still think you should, or even you should dictate something, like just record and then get someone to write it for you.
Okay, that one back in 1990 or 1990 or 1993, the Oral Archives, they did an oral recording.
Oh, really?
Yes, they did oral recording. But I remember that time they sent someone from the it's actually under National Heritage Board. This lady stand outside my shop and say, "Can I speak? Can I see Mr. Jeffrey Eng?" So I say, "Yeah, I am." But she keep on looking behind me, because I was still young. Hair was
She don't
black.
believe that it was you.
He don't believe. Yes. So I overheard. She called her boss. She said, "Hey boss, this guy like that can still interview him or not?" So
my goodness.
I just kept quiet, like no, I didn't know anything. So he came back. She said, "Okay, we can start the interview." So she asked question. So when she asked question, I start to talk, and she said, "Wow, how come you know so many things?" And I told her about Merchant Road where I stay near Singapore River, and then I'm not the kind of I see one after school throw the bag, and then I know every kid in every block, every uncle in every, So I say okay, because some of the things I told her it's the same as some of the older interviewee she
right.
Yeah. So she I think that time we talked for hours. Later on that time we were using cassette tape lah.
Yeah, I can
so after
imagine.
that, she returned back every day for 5 days.
Oh wow.
To record my interview.
Yeah.
And she say, wow, there's a lot of things which leads her to search for other kind of like people who
right.
Yes. So this guy here, the botache one, not say botache lah, botache, always want to and then full of stories lah. But it's true. Wow. What happens? Sometimes people approach me, say, "Hey Jeff, do you know who is doing this, or where can I find this and that?" Then I think. I say, okay, this is the contact. You go find them and talk to them. Yeah. So it become a networking.
Yeah. Because you are not only a walking dictionary. You've got a walking telephone book and contacts and memories.
Yeah. So hopefully I don't go senile lah.
Better not.
Yeah.
Before anything like that, you better start recording something. But I've seen a lot of documentaries that features you and like write-ups and stuff, and isn't one of the new shows Channel News Asia Dream Houses?
Oh yes.
Is it feature your house, your upstairs, right, as well?
No. They didn't feature my inside of the house, but just only the certain parts of the shop. I think that series was about shop houses.
Right. Because I think last week was black and whites or something like that.
Oh, is it?
But it's about black and white house. Yeah.
Yes. Because in Singapore, conservation shop houses, they're only like 6,500 units.
Okay.
Of conservation shop houses. Yeah. So there is this trend whereby some would like to own one it's
of
like
course,
like owning an antique, but it's not easy. But I grew up in a shop house, born in a shop house, grew up in a shop house, married in a shop house, and then probably will die in a shop house.
No, don't say that. Toy.
No worry.
Toy, don't say that.
Yeah.
Cannot. You're still very young. Look at you. I know, but look, when I saw you, like, was 26 years later, you look like you never changed though from this photo. Maybe just glasses and hair. You still look like this. The Uncle Jeff I remember.
Yes, yes,
You know, every time I look at this photo, I'm like, I can't believe 26 years have
yes,
passed.
yes, yes, yes.
Because
Yes,
I'm
yes,
42,
yes,
so when I met you was 16.
yes.
Exactly 26
Yeah,
years.
yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Because I also 老了.
No,
Like,
but so long
huh?
as our memory, and then like now, like now we are zooming,
Yeah, I know.
I think this is what they always say, the new norm.
Oh,
But I always
yeah.
believe, like, we keep the tradition, we
Mm,
keep the memory, but we have to move forward. We have to
mm.
move forward.
The journey of being steadfast in the sunset industry may not have been Uncle Jeff's choice at the start, but he has come to appreciate all things from his past. He's passionate about what his grandfather and father before him has left behind for him to carry on this legacy.